And good morning, everybody. I hope this day finds you well. It is a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be on top of the ground. And the ground's not on top of me. Good morning to you. We call this show Decision. Why? Because everything you do requires you to make a decision. And even when you don't make one, well, you just made one. You see, you can't get around it. That's just the way things are in life. There's some things you can change, some things you can't. Making decisions, you don't have a choice. But actually, that is your choice, is to make the right decision. But you can't. Not everybody makes decisions. Matter of fact, you probably made one when you decided to tune in here. We make them. Anyway, good morning to you. It is 7:09 in the morning, and it is time for our daily bread. And then we'll come back and talk about interesting things. I was down at City Hall yesterday, where everybody had a little short conversation with the mayor, like everybody does, and I had to stop them from bowing to me. I said, listen, I'm just like you. Don't worry about it. And I went down there to check my seat at the city council, so when I win it, I can get in it. You know what I'm saying? So I went down there and see what I look like, sitting in that big old chair down there. Okay. Of course, I will always maintain a humility that is sometimes missing in public officials, but that's okay. I'm good. I'm gonna teach them. I'm gonna show them by what's the word I'm looking for? You got to. I'm gonna show them by my actions and not my words. Okay. Humility. That's just something that a leader must have. You gotta have it. Oh, you can get away with it for a little while until people figure out what you're all about. Ooh, that is not good. Well, good morning to you. And today, can we get some new callers today? I love my other guys, but can somebody just call us today that's new, so we can. I got to make sure that there's more than like 3 people, listening to us, whatever the case may be. All right, I'm just saying, can we get some more callers today? Okay? I'm gonna put the number up there a whole lot of times. But anyway, we'll come back and uno, dos, tres, cuatro momento, because that's what we do. We come back after our daily bread, because there's nothing more important than a word from on high. It'll change your perspective. I'll give you a new one. But either way, it's good for the soul. What a way to start the day. So we'll be back. Hang loose. Don't go no place. We'll be back. Okay, we got a lot of things to talk about. I mean, city council meeting yesterday was pretty neat. Right? They gave some accolades to a group. I don't know exactly what that group was. I couldn't hear. But it was something. It was okay, though. And of course, we saw my influence, exerted yesterday when they decided to table the thing. Yeah, because, when Elk Dog is against it, people listen up. I'm just saying. I mean, when you're the only guy in town with a podcast, but we just thousands. We'll be back right after this.
Every moment filled with your warm embrace. Through valleys deep and mountains high, your faith a beacon in.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Today's reading, titled Divine Rescue, was written by Win Collier. After being informed of a 911 call from a concerned citizen, a police officer drove alongside the train tracks, shining his floodlight into the dark until he spotted the vehicle straddling the iron rails. The trooper's dashboard camera captured the harrowing scene as a train barreled toward the car. That train was coming fast, the officer said, 50 to 80 miles per hour. Acting without hesitation, he pulled an unconscious man from the car mere seconds before the train slammed into it. Scripture reveals God as the one who rescues, often precisely when all seems lost. Trapped in Egypt and withering under suffocating oppression, the Israelites imagined no possibility for escape. In Exodus, however, we find God offering them words resounding with hope. "I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt," he said. "I have heard them crying out, and I am concerned about their suffering." And God not only saw, God acted. "I have come down to rescue them." God led Israel out of bondage. This was a divine rescue. God's rescue of Israel reveals God's heart and His power to help all of us who are in need. He assists those of us who are destined for ruin unless God arrives to save us. Though our situation may be dire or impossible, we can lift our eyes and heart and watch for the one who loves to rescue. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Exodus chapter 3, verses 7 through 10. The Lord said, "I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers, and I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up out of that land into a good and spacious land, a land flowing with milk and honey, the home of the Canaanites, Hittites, Amorites, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites. And now the cry of the Israelites has reached me, and I have seen the way the Egyptians are oppressing them. So now go, I am sending you to Pharaoh to bring my people the Israelites out of Egypt." Let's pray. Lord, thank you so much for coming down and rescuing us and leading us in a new direction, the direction of abundant life. We pray for those who don't know you yet and ask for opportunities to share your story of love and rescue with them. May their hearts be broken, and may they surrender themselves to you today. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
United States Army. My bad, Air Force. This is fun. Woo. That's your somewhere. Good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody doing well. You're healthy, wealthy, and wise. Whatever it could be. There we go. Now, I gotta, okay, turn it down. Turn it down. Let's turn it down. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Because I have some explaining to do. See, I've learned a lot of things since I put my hat in the ring for this city council seat. And I can understand the agitation that some public officials feel when it I understand it now. I understand, but unlike them, see, I'll tell you where to get off. Okay, now there's been a misunderstanding about me and the $375 million thing. And one guy says, what did he say? Monday you were again it, and then you were with it. Okay. Let me square away a couple things here. Okay, now let me see. Now where's it? Because he made a point, but not a very good point. The grade, not a very good point. Okay, but I'm with you. Now he says that I was foreign it. That's Southern dialect, and again it, and then foreign it again. Okay, that's not necessarily true. However, just let me. However, when I make a decision, one as consequential as this one is, if I were to make the decision, I would have to think about aspects of it. We do need a civic center. We do need one. I mean, Montgomery, the capital city of Alabama, we do need one. There's no doubt about it. Now, but is this the right time to do it and in that much money? And even though our credit is good, the minute we go to our limit and then something happens, then our credit will be bad. Okay, I'm just saying. So we do need a civic center. We need something, like that. We got the Impact. David Bronner's got his big old green buildings downtown. I mean, so everybody's got something down there with us for the most part, the city. So we do need a center, but is now, like many people that were complaining yesterday, is now the right time? That's the question. Is it worth putting our good name and credit on the line? And somebody made a good suggestion thing. I don't know how much the Whitewater thing was supposed to cost. Okay, the Whitewater thing was supposed to cost, and I'll have to get Doug on here to tell us how much initially it was supposed to cost, but it ended up costing twice as much. And if you believe that $200 million civic center is only going to cost $200 million, listen, all they got to do is say cost overrun. Then will we have to go back to the bond market then? So the question is, we just need to wait till we got a little money in the bank. That's all. We need to wait till we got a little money. I would say when we got $100 million, and we need to be saving up for it and do it that way. If I'm on the city council, I'm voting the same way they voted yesterday. Okay, not that it's a great idea. I mean, seriously, it's a great idea. It's just that it's not the time. We're complaining about police officers. We're complaining about everybody's complaining about garbage trucks, and we do need them. We do need them. So I wasn't being whiffy jiffy. I wasn't being not succinct in my thinking. But listen, you have to listen to people. If we serve people, I'm just going to use we for the goddamn. If we serve the people, you can't say you serve them and don't listen to them. Now there were both sides. They gave both sides 10 minutes last night, 10 minutes for and 10 minutes against from the public. I will say that those that were against made a better convincing argument than those that were for it. The people who were for it were emotional, okay, and not necessarily critically, did not necessarily critically analyze what we were finna go into. It seemed like to me the people on the other side did more critical analyzation and were more critical in their thought and the consequences of that decision than the people. Sometimes we like little kids, but we like shiny things until we get it. And then that shiny thing that we like, guess where it ends up at? It ends up in the trash. So because we emotional, we like shiny things. But again, I think, and again, they didn't dismiss it. They just tabled it because they got to think. I mean, you got to think about this thing. So and there are some other aspects about this that you guys don't know that I know, and I'm not at liberty to divulge some of these things because that was given to me in confidence, and so I'm going to keep it. But I will say this much for you. You remember that great movie, The Wizard of Oz? The Wizard of Oz. You know what? When they got to Kansas, and they I want to turn this thing over. When they got to Kansas, when she clicked her feet together and all that stuff, said, "Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore." Well, you remember the little bitty guy that was back there that had that was a big old guy, but they found out that the guy that what thought they were talking to, it was a facade. It was a fake guy. When a little bitty, like, remember Star Trek when the little bitty guy on Star Trek was moving the big old robot, and you thought this guy was something big. Well, I'm just telling you. I'll explain that to you later on one of these days. But they didn't get rid of it. They said table it. Now, table it means many things. It means we're going to just set still on it for the time being. Okay, it's not that it's over, not that it can't come back up for another consideration, but for the time being. And honestly, when you got garbage trucks that evidently are not working, when we're not in a position to pay mechanics. This is what the mayor told me. When you're not in a position to pay mechanics, what mechanical shops in Montgomery pay good mechanics, and we can't. I mean, we ought to be able to fix our own garbage trucks, our own police cars, our own fleet. The city ought to have enough people down there to work on our own fleet, so we don't have to worry about going, finding a mechanic outside every time something goes wrong. I don't know why we don't have a fleet of why we. I mean, we're paying policemen pretty good. Police can't get there if they ain't got a car. So I'm thinking, you ought to pay the mechanics pretty good too. I mean, that is a trade. That is a trade, and you do learn things. But anyway, so they tabled it, which is a good idea. There's nothing wrong with rethinking, reanalyzation, rethinking about a purchase that big. Okay, now I realize that $375 million don't mean much to us broke people because we have no conception even what it looks like. I've never even seen $1 million in one place at one time. So listen, I don't know. Hell, I certainly wouldn't know what 300 million of them looks like. So I think we did the right thing. Now you may think differently, and that's cool. But I think that I think we did the right thing. And one of the problems I had was it says $200 million convention center expansion. Now, when you expand something, that means that we already have one. Is there a convention center in Montgomery? Is there a civic center in Montgomery? Because what are we expanding? Do we have one? And if we have one, I mean, can anybody tell me where is there a civic center in Montgomery? I don't. And they cannot be talking about downtown. I mean, that's no. So he said expansion. Yeah, the first man is arguing. Okay. He said he's been talking for 2. That's what they say. I didn't, I don't remember those conversations, but then again, I'm not privy to all the conversation. But is there a civic center someplace or something that's designated as a civic center already downtown? 200 million convention center expansion. I thought It says 45 million sports complex. I thought that's what that thing on Atlanta, that thing that was on Madison Avenue, the Metroplex, whatever. I thought that's what that was. Okay. Now we do need some facility enhancements and stuff like that. What we need to do is pay some of them people in jail and find out what some of their skills are and let them work some of this off. Let them work some of this stuff off, and maybe we'll keep them out of jail or something like that. Okay. I'm just saying. Now, $40 million for neighborhoods. Man, we barely get $20,000 for neighborhoods. And so now we're going to get, what are we trying to do to neighborhoods? I mean, really, give everybody a camera on the street. Okay. I thought it was a prudent decision yesterday to table it. Not get rid of it, but to table it for the time being. I'm still trying to figure out though, this $200 million for convention center expansion. I didn't know we had one. Anyway, good morning, Top.
Good morning, Councilman Elkins.
Yes, good morning.
I wanted to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You were there in person last night.
Right.
And you heard the people that were opposed to the bond, and you heard Popia that supported it.
Right.
And I thought I heard you said the people that were against it had a more coherent argument.
I believe they did. It was not laced with emotionalism. It was strictly practical. It was strictly a practical approach.
You and I heard two different speeches last night, my friend.
I guess we did.
We heard two different. There was all emotional. It was nothing. Those two young professionals that spoke, theirs was all logical and not emotion. Kevin, if you looked at those people that were against it last night, what do you think the average age of those that were against it?
They were a little older, but wisdom.
No, I'm asking you, what do you think the average age was, sir?
Probably 50.
Sir, it was 70. You didn't even see. Those people, average age was 70 that spoke against that thing.
Is that your opinion, or is that something you know?
No, you can look at them, Kevin. All of them had gray hair.
Well, I got gray hair. I ain't. Come think about it.
You 69. Kevin, all of them were at least 70 that spoke against it, sir.
And therefore, they've been through these things.
No.
You don't think
it's not that they've been through it, Kevin. It's almost the argument of people that are in a church telling the pastor, we don't need to be on YouTube. We don't need to be online. Anybody that want to come to church should physically come to the building. They don't need to. They don't see a need to bring the church to people that may be sitting with a loved one in the hospital or at home sick or at work or something. They think that the traditional way of doing things is the way we need to always do it. And so when somebody comes and say, let's have Facebook Live, let's have YouTube services, they say, we don't need to do all that.
Well, now, have
you ever heard those?
Right. There are some people who won't get on the current technology train and let's move out of the 1960s and 70s.
And that's what I heard last night. When you looked at the mayor put up there 5 slides. Right. You didn't even talk about the $40 million that the councilmen are going to get for their district for neighborhood projects.
You see, I don't know. I've been here 35 years. And listen, let me tell you something. I need to know what that looks like. Are we going to?
But again, that's what you need to know. But those councilmen know that if you have projects that are near and dear to you, to your district, you got $40 million divided by 9 councilmen. You didn't even mention that. Then you talked about you talked about garbage trucks. Right. There's $50 million is for facility and service enhancements. He talked about new trucks. He talked about
right,
sir,
and police cars. More
right,
and more police.
But all you're talking about is the convention center. You didn't mention the other investments in the city. Yeah. You didn't talk about the housing infrastructure. We're talking about we need affordable housing.
I don't. Well, since when is the city building houses?
Infrastructure, sir, putting roads and being able to developers. Sometimes you have to be able to, prime the pump. If you got investors,
aren't we doing that,
sir?
Now? Aren't we building houses now?
No.
Yeah, we are.
The city is not. The developers are.
Yeah, developers are, and aren't they more responsible for that than the city?
Well, if you go back and look what Todd Strange did, he did a cut road from Ray Thornton Road all the way over to Taylor Road, where you have Park Crossing School. He put the infrastructure in so those developers could develop that whole corridor where Park Crossing High School is. Now you had Louder, Wilson, you had, Aronoff, you had those other developers now say that we would develop that corridor if you put the infrastructure in.
Well, we're losing population, bro. We're not getting any more.
But that's why you got to incentivize people. Again, you're fighting against your own argument. That if I'm a developer and you come and we're developing east, we're not developing south. There's plenty of land that if you gave a developer the infrastructure to do curbs and gutters and other stuff, the people will come in and put houses and bring your tax base in. But Kevin, I just wanted to just challenge you on your argument about those two young professionals that said that when they go to Nashville, Huntsville, and Atlanta for a concert for the weekend, not only are they going, they're taking their tax dollars. They're spending in local restaurants. They're spending in hotels.
And I guess my apprehension to sign on to that, looking at where we are culturally right now, let them have all the concerts in Atlanta.
See? And there you go, Kevin. But, it's not just cultural, Kevin. If you want to have Barry Manilow as your guy, right?
Yeah.
If he came to Montgomery, where would he perform at today?
The Impact or someplace.
And it holds about 1,700.
Yeah. I got to tell you,
so you wouldn't be able to get in.
The culture that we live in today, I'm scared to have that many people go to one of them concerts. I'm just telling you that
Kevin,
we're not.
It's not just that. What if you just had the FIFA World Cups and they had it in Auburn Stadium, but we have a professional soccer team here that you can have soccer games. It's a lot of things. But again, you're 70 years old and your mind can't expand on the possibilities that what could come.
Wait a minute.
You were in radio and broadcasting for 25 years, right?
30.
30 years. Yeah. What if you wanted to have the radio and broadcast convention come to Montgomery? Could we house that now?
I think we could.
We don't have adequate space to have a convention that size, sir. We don't have a convention center that holds that many people.
Wait a minute. I said we need one. We do need one. But
so when?
But do we need it right now when they're listen, I heard what those old folks said yesterday about safety, about
there's money in there for that, though. That's what I'm saying. There's money in there they already budgeted for 400 police officers, whether we have them or not. So whether we have them or not, we already budgeted for that amount, right?
What do you believe that $40 million will, and I understand what you're saying. So are we actually going to give a city councilman 1/9 of the $40 million?
I mean, that's what I think, that each one of them would get money for their projects, for their communities.
How much? You see,
what's $40 million divided by 9?
Well, I'll figure that out in a second. But here's the problem. Every time when the money's not here, we always have these great big plans for it. When the money gets here, like let's just take the police budget. The police budget, guess what? They still budgeting for 400 officers. We don't have 400 officers. Where does the money go?
In the reserves?
Not really. I understand it goes to the general budget.
Which is the reserves. I mean, again, we're putting money back in the reserves, but you don't want to budget for 400 officers and then all of a sudden. I just think that, Kevin, that the goalpost keeps moving. Have you mentioned one time of the prison cost overruns for the KIV prison?
Absolutely.
I have never heard you. I listen to you every morning. I have not heard you say one thing about the cost overruns.
Okay, you must have been in the bathroom at that time. Because
how much? Okay, if you talked about it, how much are they over?
It's $1 billion now. It started out to be what it started. Matter of fact, we're talking about that the other day. I think did it start out to be a few million, and now it's on $1 billion. And they started out with 4,200 beds. Now we're going to put 5,500 beds out there. I mean,
you've mentioned that.
Yeah, I have.
I've never heard you mention that. I listen to your show every morning, Kevin. I've never heard you talked about the cost overruns up there at that prison. But again, I think that I think that the mayor last night laid out 5 categories. And you just don't harp on the 200 for the convention center, harp the other money that this community would get. And then he said also, if you missed this part, we're taking in enough money now to service that debt. He said we're taking in 6 to 8 times that amount of money.
$50 million.
Did you hear that?
Payment. $50 million. Right now we're paying about $20-something million a year. So we're gonna up our debt. We're gonna have to pay a debt service payment of $50 million a year. What is
and how much we're paying now? How much we're paying now?
About 21 to 25.
And if your revenues, I'm just asking, if your revenues increase by 60 to 75 million annually.
I think it's temporary. We don't know the economy the way we know. It's easy when it's my money. When it's my money and I want to take chances with it, I think that's great. But when it's the people's money, because if something goes wrong, they're gonna blame the people in office.
Did you see former Congressman Bobby Bright comment on it?
I did. And Bobby Bright is of the same philosophy that, for the most part, politically, that Stephen is. And
some people said he was a yellow dog Democrat. He was not the same philosophy. So he got hammered for being a yellow. You remember that when he was in Congress? He was not.
Yeah, I remember that.
So
we need it. We need a convention center, but is now the right time to do it? I just don't know. If we had $100 million reserve right now, I'd say yes, let's do it.
Kevin, I'll end with this.
Yes.
When was the best time to plant a tree? 20 years ago.
Before it rained.
When is the second best time to plant a tree?
After it rained.
Today. I mean, you can always say 20 years ago, if you had invested in Cumulus 401k program, you would be.
Well, you're right. You're right about that one. I kick myself in the butt for the next 20 years if I live.
But you can't go back and redo that.
You can't undo it. No, you can't.
But so if you knew what you knew yesterday, you'd be in a better place financially.
Right. Now, but I must ask you this: 200 million convention center expansion. When we say expand, that's saying we got one already. Where's it at?
No. That's not what it's saying. That's not what it's saying. It's like, if you were over there with your pastor at your church and y'all had people that were not at capacity, but he said, we need to start building now. And you say, well, we got room now for people. You don't build once you at capacity. You build in the progress that we see the way the church is moving. If you wait till everybody was in the church and built, you waited too late.
Well, and that's true. But again, though, it says convention center expansion.
Right.
So where's the convention center now?
Well, the convention center now is the Renaissance impact area.
But that's
so you're expanding.
Yeah, but that doesn't belong to the city. Or does it?
I don't know if it does or doesn't. I don't know that. But again, I think I've kind of moved from my point is those 2 young people that got up there last night talked about a forward vision that when your son leaves to you want him to come back here where you can spend time with your grandchildren and stuff. You don't want them to have to go to Nashville or Mobile or Atlanta to have quality of place and quality of life.
That's true, but I got to tell you, there's got to be a substantial cultural change for me to get behind bringing concerts to Montgomery. I'm just telling you, I don't see nothing good coming out of this young culture. I just don't.
Well, let me ask you a question. Are you a WWE guy?
No.
Don't you like wrestling?
No. When I was 17, I thought it was real.
But you don't like WWE no more? No,
it's a bunch of fake people. No.
What do you like, Kevin? Do you like monster trucks?
No, I don't like them either.
So if the city had to try to satisfy your appetite, what would we get?
You would get a great big place with electronics at large. That kids can come down there and play games and stuff like that. I don't trust this generation. I just don't.
Gotcha. Thanks for taking the call, my friend.
Okay. Just me. Everybody. I mean, I haven't seen any. It seems to be getting worse to me. And to bring rappers or anybody to my, I call me old. Okay, call me old. I don't have the confidence in that generation yet. Yeah, I just don't that they're going to do the right thing. Put people together. I don't. No, I don't. No, that's just me though. But if I get outvoted, I go along with it. Good morning.
Morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
Well, let me respond to the insurance man. Number one, I would like, and I've talked to other people, a place to take the grandchildren to, take the kids to, take the McWayne Center in Birmingham. Have you ever been to it?
No, I haven't.
It's a wonderful place. It's in downtown Birmingham. It's got all kind of activities for little kids, older kids. If they took an old building, they didn't go build. They couldn't go build something. They took one of the old buildings downtown in Birmingham and turned it into the McWayne Center. That would be, it's an educational thing, and it's a place that you can walk around in there on a cold day, hot day, any day, and have an enjoyable experience. That's number one. Number two is an activity for not just a select group of people, but an activity for everybody to enjoy. And if you're going to spend that kind of money, why don't you make it where people want to come to it, and not just when they have an activity there, but as the last caller said, he didn't know whether the city owns the Impact Center or and they have great venues down there.
Mm-hmm.
Bassmasters goes down there. They have their yearly deal down there. Other conferences come in down there, and you see the hotel lot packed. They have conferences there from all over the country that come in there. So, why are we going to go $35 million if we didn't have that building? And there's a specific reason for this. There's something that we're not being told. And it was just like with the lady that went to Todd Strange's office with her daughter, the rich lady, and came up with the idea, and they did the financial study on it and said it wasn't feasible. And then Mayor Strange sent her over to Elton Dean at the county, and they bought it hook, line, and sinker. And here we are. But once the bathwater is thrown out, once she's pregnant, you can't call it back.
Well, that's true. I guess I'm just not convinced that young folks of today. I can't ever hear of a concert going on with somebody's not shooting at somebody, somebody's not doing something awful. If they want to, let them go to Atlanta, go to them concerts. I'm like Emery Farmer now. Don't bring it here. No. Give us. I would love to see an aquarium. A gigantic one. Yeah, in a freshwater aquarium down there on the Alabama River.
So educational. It could be used for different venues and things, just like the McWayne Center is. And I just don't understand why you got people right now that are fearful to go downtown because of what's happened. The shooting that happened down there, the thing that happened at the festival, just like the guy I told you about that went down there to go to a Biscuits game, and they were looking at his truck, and they followed him and then shot him to death in the parking lot in Walmart in Millbrook.
Well, you got to show me. You got to show me you got enough police officers to handle any situation that comes up with the firepower to handle it, to suppress it, put it down, neutralize it, however you want to call it. Okay, so I may be old, but I had to live to get old. I don't mind getting old. I just don't. It's part of life cycle. But we got young people right now. They're not living to get old because of the culture that which we have adopted in this country right now. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I would go to a concert where 70-year-old people go to all day long, but I'm not going to one that teenagers go to and young adults. It ain't gonna happen. I won't do it.
Let me share a real life story with you and the other callers, especially the insurance man. Do you remember the old Civic Center?
What has it been here since '91? Because I don't know. Was it?
They tore it down. But it was a nice facility. Well, not too long after they opened it, they scheduled a concert there. Somebody talked them into scheduling Ted Nugent. I don't know if you know him or not, but he smokes marijuana when he's on the stage, and he uses profanity.
Oh, who's that? Who does that?
Ted Nugent.
Oh, Ted, yeah, and so does Willie Nelson. I don't know if Willie's still touring. Yeah.
Well, and Ted Nugent uses all kind of profanity and talks about, women's body parts and all that stuff. Yeah. But anyway, they had him down there and it was packed. And they tore up the bathrooms.
Wow.
They were smoking marijuana in the openly in the audience. There was supposed to be seating, and they took the chairs down and did it, didn't do theater style. But anyway, Mayor Farmer walked down there and saw what had happened, and he blew a head gasket. And he said, no more concerts like that at the Civic Center if they don't know how to act. And if they're going to tear stuff up and they're going to take drugs in there and smoke drugs while the concerts. So he put a damper on concerts in Montgomery because of the Ted Nugent deal. And I know because I was down there and was involved in it. And, that when you have an arena, and then who's going to say who comes in there and who doesn't and what acts. But anyway, I just think that they really need to look at who all's involved, who's going to be getting the bids, who's going to be the middleman, where's the money going to go, and all that.
Yeah. Now I tell you what. I tell you what. I tell you what. I would agree with. To take my hands out of it. Put it on a ballot for the citizens of Montgomery. Let them vote on it. And if they say yeah, then let's do it.
Well, I mean, that to me that would be the fairest way. But like Brother Duke said none of it, and I agree with him. And I believe all those projects, that kind of money that's been spent, the Whitewater Park, any others, those need to be on a ballot and let the voters vote on it and see because they're going to be the ones that are paying it. And none of these people, it's going to be coming out of their personal checking account. None of it's going to be coming out of their council, their district funds. Yeah. The taxpayers are going to foot the bill.
Well, exactly. And I tell people, I don't mind taking the chances with my money, but to take chances with other people's money and they're looking at you crazy. Well, you did it. Well, no, you voted on it. We voted on it. So I don't.
Hey, Mayor, one quick thing before I go. Yesterday I got tickled when you were talking about the dogs dumping on your yard.
That's right. That's gonna be, if I get a chance to get down to that city council, my first act as an ordinance, if I can get it passed, of course, is the pooper scooper law.
Part of that should, they've got this hot shot deal where, I don't know if the city still has it or not, where they had the system where it would identify where shots were being fired in the city.
And we bought that stuff, the shot spotter, but it didn't do us any good.
Well, maybe you could expand that to the dog poop deal where you could identify where dogs are taking a dump.
Listen, okay, I walked out of the house the other day. I'm running on the grass with my socks. I'm running out to the car to get them out of the car. And all of a sudden, I feel something soft and mushy on it. Guess what it was? Down the street, this guy always walks his dog past my house, and no time I'm looking, and then he just dropped his load there, and now I got to go. It's all in my sock. What if that had been my little kid, a child, do that? You know, I mean, you can't even play in your own yard now because everyone with their ugly ass dog, they want to come drop a load in your yard. I mean, that's like stopping in front of your house, giving you the bird.
And didn't you say that those folks are just giving you the finger, thumbing their nose at you?
Yes.
Bringing.
Yeah. Disrespect, the highest disrespect of all from a neighbor. Let his dog lift his leg up. Okay, I don't mind you watering the grass. Hey, we all got to water the grass, and I guess dog pee just as good to do it as human pee. But dropping a load and dropping a load is not the problem. It's leaving it there. So my orders would read: you have to be carrying, if you walk your dog, you must carry either plastic bags or pooper scooper, and you must take it with you. You cannot leave it in somebody else's yard. That's all. And if you do, $50 the first time, $150 every time after that.
But it sounds like we're more concerned about the dogs than we are humans, because that's exactly what illegal immigrants do every day when they enter the country illegally. They thumb their nose and say, I don't have to abide by your rules.
Okay. Hold on. But here's one. Those people are just trying to survive. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That dog ain't thinking about constitutional rights when he drops his load.
So you're saying all the people that enter the country illegally are seeking life, peace, happiness, and a better way of life?
Well, isn't that the human condition? Isn't everybody?
No, that's not. That's not what criminals do. That's not what drug mules do. That's not where all the fentanyl and all that stuff coming in.
I got something. Maybe they do drug mules. Maybe they do all these criminality things because they don't have access to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Well, didn't we sign a trade deal with Mexico back during Clinton, one of those presidents, that we would go down there and build plants and we'd move industry down there, and they would have boats.
And what did Ross Perot say when he was running for president? The first time I ever voted for any presidency was Ross Perot. I voted for him. He said, "We're gonna see a sucking sound headed south," and that's what we've done because it ain't benefiting us that much. So.
No. All right. Have a good day.
All right. Appreciate it. Now, so the dog pooper thing, yeah. I'm gonna have to get I'm gonna have to get have the pooper scooper law. Yes, Duke.
Mr. Elkins, how you doing, brother, man?
Pretty good.
I just sitting there thinking about Montgomery now. Mobile, they had a convention center for years and years, Kevin, I think.
Okay, I'm out.
Birmingham got one, and all the other cities around.
We do need one. I mean, we do need one. But
well, here's the deal, though, Kevin.
Yeah. I just don't trust y'all.
Why? Why? I mean, come on, trust y'all.
I don't trust your generation.
Well, Kevin, common sense tell you that if you build something like that. Because I went to, what's this here? At the fair. I went to see Anthony Hamilton at the fair. Man, the sound was so bad. The city used their own sound to put on the show for these people, man. Mm-hmm. Man, the sound was so bad, and you wail, top swinging like a whore in the church house and everything, boy. And it was just terrible, man. Has
there ever been a concert at the Coliseum?
Yeah, there's been a bunch of them out there, but what I'm saying is it don't hold enough people, and a lot of the big stars like Usher and Chris Brown ain't coming this way because it don't hold enough people for them. Okay. So go ahead and I mean, what is it in Montgomery to do, Kevin? I mean,
there are lots of things here.
If you were young, I'm talking about for young folks. I ain't talking about your old ass. I'm talking about for young folks in the 20s and 30s and 40s.
Wait a minute. I got here. I got here I was 33 years old when I got here. Youngster.
Right.
And I
was 24 years old when I got here.
It's all right with me. It's okay. I like us.
I moved here. I was 24 years old when I moved here in 1986. Okay.
I was
24 years old. Yeah, we had all kind of little bars to go to and different little places to go. And
this is not the same
in
America.
in the late 90s. That's when your people started
your people
acting up.
your cousins, your kids, and all them folks.
Yeah, your kinfolk, your uncle, Bob's son, and everybody started walking around the pan, hanging off their ass. They started hanging off the ass just a little bit back then. Now they got it. They slipped them down to about
walk
4 inches. They had them down to 4 inches. Now they got it now. They had them down to 10 inches. Then they tied them down to the damn leg. Got it pants hanging out by the kneecap. Crazy stuff I ever seen in my life. Boy.
They can't even run from the police because their pants on the ground.
I'm talking about they got them tied down by the damn thigh, boy.
I know. Why would
I? And some of them, the graws are kind of sweaty back there and going all of the tail back there and cornhole and everything. I'm gonna feel nasty ass, young man.
It sounds like to me you looking at them drawers mighty close.
I'm talking about they right in front of me in the damn line, Calvin, in the line in the grocery store.
Okay, all right. Let's see.
Shit stain in the grass and everything. Let me go and break it on down like that.
How much man are you? Have you ever put one on the shoulder and said, "Can't you pull your pants up"?
I told a young boy before. I told a guy in the restaurant one time. I told the manager, he's not fixing my food. The old boy told me, I'm gonna come out there and whoop your ass. Come on.
Yeah. I'm just saying, we got again. We need. I thought we were going to do that in the old advertiser building.
So Calvin, when you got parents, dads and moms letting the child walk out of the house with the fan hanging off their ass, where's the discipline?
And again,
discipline go on. So that's what we are nowadays. Every kid shooting and carrying on. And parents can't make them dress right to start with. So hell, that's losing. Yeah, that's losing battle from the start.
I just think this generation, the 30.
But Calvin, back to the convention center. Go ahead and let these people do this thing right here. I mean, what else is Montgomery to do? Come on now.
Well, okay, let me ask you something.
If I were young, I'd get the hell out of Montgomery because I used to like to party a little bit. I used to like to ball hop a little bit and hop with the whores there once in a while, when I was young and singing. So you can't do that now in Montgomery. Nothing to do but get high and shoot folks.
I know. What do you want to do?
Nightlife, man. Give me some entertainment
what you want to do?
Step show. Give me a college step show or something. Or give me something or some larger step show. Frat Brother step show. Give me something in Montgomery to do besides.
All right, let a brother get a word in, okay? Alabama State periodically has concerts out there, and I will admit to you, I haven't heard.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't really heard anything bad going out there. So that's a good thing. But I don't know what else you want to do.
But that's why, Calvin, these kids ain't got nothing to do on the weekend but go in these parking lots and post up and a bunch of them get out crazy and smoking the wrong weed and drinking the wrong whiskey, that old corn whiskey out of the country, that old moonshine, and they get the shooting going on.
When I was stationed,
ain't nothing to do. Put them inside a building where security can halfway look at them a little bit, Calvin.
Well, when I was stationed at Fort Lewis, Washington, we had a place called.
You're talking about your old land. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about now.
I'm gonna tell you what we did. We had a big old concrete slab, bigger. I don't know, man. That thing had to be, I don't know how big as a football field, and we could come out there. People with the same. We had car clubs back in those days, right? I had a Cougar, so I was in the Cougar Club. We could go out there, sit around, and have a good time, talk to our friends, meet each other up, and do all kinds of things out there. And we didn't have any problem like we got today. I would be scared to do that today. I'm just telling you.
Y'all scared of your children, Calvin. You scared the hell out of them. You scared the man lock you up.
I'm not scared. I don't have no children no more.
You were scared of Z2B for you to wrap with. I heard you one day come out there.
But he is big. He is a big boy now. So
he said he was too. You said I'm scared of him. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna say. Well, he told me to jump, so you gonna say master. What's that? You want me to do?
Okay. Don't believe
Tim Scott.
Don't believe everything you hear. Although he probably could whoop me if he wanted to.
Can I call back after 8 o'clock, man?
It's after 8 o'clock now. Well, after 8:45. Anyway, again. John Nellis is saying. What's that? Hegseth is doing what's he doing now? Let me see, because I probably agree with him. Heck is asking $70 billion to keep the blowing up ant mounds. He's a complete failure. Go ahead and win the war. I'm with you on this one. But Hegseth is not in charge. He's Department of War, the Department of Defense. The president is the mastermind behind this. He's got to decide either have war or bring our guys home. We just lost a couple other days. Bring them home. Either win this thing or can we win it? I don't know. Are we scared of them coming to the United States and encroaching upon? I don't know. But again, I kind of understand his thinking. If he went over there and bombed the whole terrain, Iran, killed hundreds of thousands of Iranians, we would feel awfully bad. He would be taking all kinds of international criticism. And it all became because of them threatening the United States every time they can. I feel I don't know. What's the strategy thought about this? Probably not. Probably not. Listen, I've always said he's really not a leader. He's used to telling people what to do and not politically persuading them to do it. He's not really a real leader. Okay. And so he's used to being a boss, because when you're a boss, you can tell people what to do. They either do it. If you're a boss, you tell people what to do, and if they don't do it, they lose their job. Well, a congressman or a senator is not going to lose their job if they don't agree with the president of the United States. I don't think he's got that. He's got to figure out a way, okay, to communicate better. And he's just not a very good communicator. Just not. Yes, you're on the smartest show in town.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you saying no rap concerts in the city of Montgomery?
I wouldn't want any. I don't want any.
Why not?
Because that generation is crazy as hell.
Well, I mean, you can't put it all on that.
Who am I putting it on? They're the ones shooting each other every weekend.
It's some old folks shooting each other too.
Well, what's the oldest one you know of?
Your old ass age.
You know somebody almost 70 years old are out shooting people on the weekend?
Yes, it was a shooting. Was it in Win Lake, something like that? That white guy shot somebody. He was damn near 70.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But right. But that is an anathema. That is something that hardly ever happens. It happens every day.
I should not have to travel to either Atlanta or Birmingham to go to a concert.
Well, bring People Bryson. People Bryson died too.
Who?
People Bryson. Yeah.
Who is that?
The Whole New World, Beauty and the Beast. A whole new world.
Oh, that sounded awful.
Okay, I hear you, bro. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I should not have to go to Atlanta or Birmingham to go to a rap concert or R&B concert.
Yeah, I want you to go. R&B I can handle. But that rap stuff, I'm sorry, I they can keep it as far away from Montgomery as they possibly can do it, and I will be all right.
I disagree.
Okay,
that's
okay. That's just my thought. If I get outvoted on that,
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this.
Yeah.
Alabama State University has a rap concert coming up in October. How about that one?
I think Alabama State can determine who comes in there and who don't. Okay, I think they can. I mean, and they got pretty good police out there. I think they always stop me every once in a while coming through there.
Well, actually, they be having police from all over. They be having police from Loudoun, all that sort of stuff that's surrounding counties and stuff. So,
okay, see, exactly. Give me a police department that's fully vetted, that has all the people equipped. Excuse me, that has all the people it needs. And I'd be willing. If we had foreign police, I'd be willing to take a shot because you can bring people in let them get some overtime, stuff like that. But to where we are now, I'm just sorry, brother. We didn't have people shot downtown. We had people shot at the courthouse. We had because nobody is afraid of anybody anymore.
Yeah. So I got a question. Mm-hmm. If Lil Wayne was coming to town, would you go?
Who the hell's Lil Wayne?
If I was thinking to a Lil Wayne concert,
no.
Would you go for free?
Nope. There's only one rap group. There's only two rap groups that I'd go see if I had the chance to see them, and that is Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice.
And Too Short, huh?
And Too Short. They're the only ones I like because the music was good back in that day. Talking about the ghetto. Oh, yeah.
The ghetto.
talking about the ghetto. Anyway, I like that. When I was younger then, and it was all right. I'm just sorry.
But you can't bring about the Coliseum because the Coliseum ain't got no air conditioning.
I thought they put air conditioning in there. I don't know.
Man, they had Robert thinking that about 10 years ago he was sweat like a pig. He had fans on him still.
But aren't they still putting the cows and bulls in there?
Monster trucks and all that sort of shit too.
Yeah, monster trucks are. Okay. And again, it is not the venue. It is not that, because I don't have to like rap. That's fine to bring it here, but I'm worried about the behavior. We can't even control people in school, and we got the police there.
Well, I'll say this too. Now, Mr. Durham mentioned about the wrestler. You said you like a wrestler.
No,
they come to Gary Coliseum every other year.
Well, let them come on.
But they'll bypass it to go to Birmingham.
But that's because we didn't realize that was fake stuff. WWE is fake. It's fake stuff.
It's called entertainment.
Well, give me some realism with the entertainment. If you're gonna jump off a bridge, if you're gonna jump that high up and jump on somebody, and they put their hand in the air like Hulk Hogan do, and no. What?
Yeah.
The way you got hit, you can be down there for a couple of days.
Do you want me to mention another entertainment?
Yeah. Who?
Women twerking. A twerk off.
Who?
Women twerking, a twerk off.
Oh no, I can't handle that.
Would you be interested in that?
No, we can see all that on Facebook. We don't even need to pay to see that. We can see it.
But you want to see it in person, Mr. Evans. You don't want to see no twerking, no old big booty woman?
See, one big booty just like the rest of the big booty. It's just a big booty. I don't know when the hell that came from anyway. I think it's degrading women. But they don't think it, and that's that young generation. They don't think it is. Okay, let them do it. I just no, don't do nothing for me.
Yeah, but then again, too many. You got the house, man. It's more like the Thorough Drive at Yancey Street.
Listen. I get out of the house every day. I'm on the street doing my thing, trying to find some business for my little business. I'm out every day. I'm out there, brother.
So man, you wouldn't go past practice to travel, man.
Well, that's because my eyes. I keep seeing trucks in front of me when it ain't there. So y'all lucky I ain't on the highway. Y'all lucky.
I mean, you need some new glasses there.
That's what I got. I got an exam tomorrow. Yeah, one day I can't put my foot on the brake.
You need it today.
I do. That's why I don't get on the freeway too. I'm sitting there hitting the brakes, thinking there's a truck in front. Wasn't nothing there. I don't know where that truck came from.
You got Z, he can drive you.
I don't trust Z driving yet. We gonna wait on that one for a minute. Yeah. But anyway, man.
Damn, you don't trust yourself driver, you don't trust your son driver. Bye.
Okay. See, I didn't trust his driving. I didn't trust his driving. I just, Anyway. Hey, they can bring a gospel concert to Montgomery, though, and I'd go to it. I love that. Yeah. Bring the mighty clouds of joy, baby. That's what I like. And Shirley Caesar. Yeah, I am old. Good morning, Pastor Knight.
Good morning, Doc.
Yes.
Hey, for the first time, me and you agree upon something, but it's your wording.
My wording.
Now, I'm listening at your callers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do have to be mindful of what you bring into the city. You remember the Leon Carmichael Center?
Oh man, what a beautiful place that was, too.
Right, and guess what? He had rap there, right?
Oh, he did? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he did, but he had gospel, rap, R&B, the blues, but the culture was different, and he had enough security.
Mm-hmm.
Now, and I'm listening to all the people that are talking, and it's pretty much hogwash because for the most part, I'm almost for certain that at least over half of the people that are calling you and y'all having these dialogues don't come out past 10. It's a whole different ball game out here.
And the reason and the reason that we don't come out past 10 is because some of the people acting like they ain't 10. So you're right. I'm in the house.
So if I wouldn't, as far as the event center, I wouldn't. I would put I would table it because we've got a lot of issues that we need to square away.
They did table it
before you bring it in,
yeah,
right?
They did table it, And table don't mean it's done. It just means they got some more thinking to do.
You got to think on it and look at some, look at the ways it could be beneficial. Look at the pros to cut, and then come back.
Hey, what is the Carmichael Center now? What are they using that for?
Just a building. It's just sitting there. It's just sitting there.
So why can't the city make Mr. Carmichael a deal?
I mean, you got to talk to him. You the one running, not us.
Yeah.
But I'm listening at the callers, and sometimes you have to interject a little comments. If you don't hang out in that, if you're not out there like that, don't speak on it. It's like I posted one time on my page. We have people that speak for the people but never speak to the people. Mm-hmm. So before you put something out there, do your homework on it. Look, come out. Forget downtown. Go through Montgomery to some of these night spots, and just sit back and observe the atmosphere, observe the culture. Isn't it amazing that the clubs in Montgomery that get shut down all get shut down for the same reason?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I haven't been to a club in years.
I mean, you saw XL. We can name them. Right. I mean, right. Yes, we have.
But now,
guess what they all have in common? But
I think we're unfair to those clubs because.
Well, no, you're really not. Guess what they have in common?
Let me make my point though. We're unfair to them because when you shoot at Walmart, they don't close Walmart down.
Who got killed in Walmart?
People, I said shoot them. People get shot over there. People have gotten shot over. They never close it down. They didn't close.
Kevin,
it didn't close.
I got a friend that got killed across the street from what used to be the Love Shack. Killed. He ain't coming back. And there was another guy with him.
I got you.
He ain't coming back either.
Yeah.
I got a friend. Matter of fact,
but again,
familiar with the family of the man that just lost his life over the weekend. He ain't coming back.
Yeah. And I'm with you, but you can't blame everybody for the action of a couple.
No, I'm not blaming them, but I'm asking you a question. I said, what do they all have in common?
Well, I don't know.
They're catering to the same culture. The building might change. Mm-hmm. The name might change, but you're catering to the same culture. Even at that little Alabama State they was just talking about, you do know it was about 2-3 years, they had about 3 or 4 people that got shot. 1 or 2 got killed on the side of Alabama, stemming from the Alabama State concert. Every time Alabama State throw that little wild party, is the only thing that's saving them is the Lord himself, because it's jam-packed. It's really not enough officers, but that's an ASU affair. They try to, filter it to their students, but it gets infiltrated, and it's that culture. That year was a lot of shooting. It was that culture. So we just have, unfortunately, and I don't even like to talk like this, but we really don't need nothing at night here until we can get a better grip.
That's about where I'm
on the city.
That's about where I'm at.
And it's easy for everybody else to be saying, well, we got to have something to do. Look, y'all ain't the ones up at night, up at the hospital. They be having the hospital on lockdown 2-3 o'clock in the morning because of something that been popped off in the street.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't out there.
And we got a hospital right now that's on life support.
Literally.
Because they are one of the places where where all these gunshot people and stuff go to, and they can't pay for the services that are rendered to them.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So
sometimes you just have to take a realistic look, and we didn't get here overnight, but we're here now.
But since the 90s, it's been coming.
Yeah, it's been coming, but it is getting worse and worse. And instead of turning a blind eye smiling, let's come to the table and try to figure out what we can do. This is where change begins. But to continue to ignore,
I will. If it was up to me, if it were up to me and me alone, I would have all clubs in the PR, not inside city limits. I wouldn't have them. I just wouldn't. Fine dining places, fine. Sell alcohol, fine. But it was up to me. Not them rap clubs and all that stuff. Put them out in the country.
But like I said, with the event thing, I would do it with the mindset we wouldn't have no type of rap entertainment.
Yeah,
and
the coach
you know, not
bad.
that.
Okay, I like Bruno Mars too. Yeah, I go.
I
See
mean,
Bruno Mars.
that's more of a R&B type thing. But anything where you're finna use the N word, you got to call them thoughts, B's, throwing up gangs. We're just not gonna do that because you know which way that's gonna go.
You know which way that's gonna go. Somebody gonna take the wrong attitude, and next thing you know, pop, 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 pop. I mean, when I can stop jumping on the floor every time I hear a car go by, backfires. I'll say we're ready. We ain't ready yet.
So I'm glad they tabled it.
Yeah.
And you know, let's just go back to the table and look at this stuff. And I heard what Mr. Dorm said, and he made a point about, you know, just get planting stuff, but timing is still everything.
That's true.
Timing is still everything. But that's my call. That's my comment. And I'm going to try to stomach the rest of your podcast.
Okay, I understand. I feel you. I feel you. But however, though, there's no doubt that we need a civic center, a place. Columbus has got one. I mean, everybody's got one. There's no doubt we need one. Do we need it right now? We've been down this long. I don't know. Do we really? I mean, I don't know. I mean, even cabs are out of the, because Uber's out now. We don't even have any cab companies left in Montgomery. Do they have a right to be a cab? I think you do. But Uber came, so things change all the time. You know, that's the world we live in. Overnight, something changed. I just don't think that generation, that rap generation, and that's go from anybody from 45 to down to 20. 45 to 18. That's how they grew up. Listen to that terrible crap. Except talking about the ghetto. Talking about the ghetto. See, I did like the rap that actually said something. You know, I like Tupac Shakur. I think that's how you pronounce it. I like this stuff. You know, I listened to, you can understand the word. It wasn't nigga this, nigga that, nigga, and then get mad if white men call you a nigga. Okay? I don't get it. And we call that entertainment. Baptist South is where most of the gunshot victims go. The other hospitals are not equipped for that level of trauma. Right, but a lot of them show up at Jackson, and then they get escorted over to Baptist South or Baptist East. Yeah. And it's a shame we even got to worry about it. Soon they'll shut down some communities because of the shooting. Yeah, well, we do need the mayor is not wrong. But like the old folks said last night at the city council meeting, to me, it is just that it's just not the right time. When we get a fully stocked police force that's consistently stocked and manned, then let's try some new things. But right now, I got people complaining right now by waiting 2 hours and 2 and 3 hours for a policeman to get to a traffic accident. Okay, people, Lord have mercy, don't let it be a domestic issue. I mean, they just don't have the manpower. So let us figure out how to fill our police ranks. Now, I gave people some ideas of what to do. They ain't paying me no attention. That's good. They don't have to pay me no attention. But I do believe I got a part solution to some of the shortages temporarily. So, and you don't have to wait for folks to get out of police academy for 8 weeks, however long they in there. You can use people immediately who are already APOS certified. So I got an idea. I'm gonna run this. If I make it to the chair thing, I'm gonna run this by the mayor and Calhoun, and see whether or not it's plausible. But I do have an idea of how to fund temporarily our police department, and don't miss a step. Don't miss a step. Okay. Move right along to other, and there are other things to go. But so the thing is not over. It's just tabled. That's all. Now, my thing, what is the Carmichael Center being used for? Wouldn't it be nice? Or did they turn it into a church? Was that? Did they turn? I don't know. Anybody know what happened to the Carmichael? Because I would say, talk to Mr. Carmichael, man. Let the city buy that. You can buy that. I think it has an acoustic system. It's not been out there that long, and they've had concerts out there, according to some of the people here. And you put some security over there. You beef up the police presence. It was right off a major highway. What's that? Southern Boulevard. One of those things over there, off Monticello or someplace like that. So there are other alternatives. We got more empty buildings in Montgomery than we need. Okay, the Montgomery Advertiser building. I thought we was going to make that into something. We may have to add an additional thing on there for concerts and things of that nature. But I'm telling you, I'm never going to go to a rap concert. You can forget that. I ain't never going to that. Never. And never is a long time. Which came first, the chicken or the McNugget or the Egg McMuffin? I think the Egg McMuffin came before the nugget, because I was working at McDonald's when the Egg McMuffin came out. That was 1974. Okay, so I was there. Yeah, working, cooking them hamburgers. Real police won't come here because of what? Because of the mayor. It's as simple as that. Well, anybody, and again, it's like being a soldier, airman, or a Marine. You don't join because of the people that are there. You join for the mission. You join because you want to make your community better. That's why you don't join any one person. Done.
Yeah, I've been at the eye doctor. My fans have been calling me and asking me why I commented on Willie. I don't know what Willie said, but you really don't know much, do you?
Oh, they
already bought the advertiser building to put the Rap Center. I think we need to name it the Rap Center and the Performing Ebonics Cultural Center.
Well, so maybe that's why he said it's $200 million for the expansion, because I didn't know we had already bought it.
He's already paid $20 million, I think, for the building over there.
Okay, so let's just fix it up and keep moving.
Fix it up. He wants to fix it up for $200 million.
Whew, that's a lot.
They printed papers in there. They didn't have a rap concert in there.
Yeah, but why you can't just say
I'd like to know you need to go ahead and ask the guy. If we're funding 400 cops and we have less than 200, what's he doing with that money?
Well, my understanding, talking to a couple of the city councilmen, my understanding is that it's being folded into the general budget. It's
probably into his crap that he's playing with, doing stuff. I mean, if he's folded it into the budget, why haven't we bought a garbage truck with it?
Well, it's my understanding that they fund it that way because they hope to actually have a full complement.
But the money's there. If you fund it, you put that money there.
Yeah, but they use it for something else.
180 cops. Where's the money going?
Well, that's a question I think we ask people. Maybe I'll find out in a minute.
Huh?
That's a question I've asked.
He won't tell you. He won't even tell you how many cops there are. The truth is, he don't want but 180 cops. He's defunding the cops, but he don't want to say that out of his mouth.
Well, I don't know. I talked to a police officer yesterday at the city hall, and
you ain't talking to no police officer. You're just making up stuff again.
Okay then. All right. Listen, if you know what I did yesterday, what did I have for breakfast this morning?
Where did you talk to one? There ain't that many of them. Where'd you see him at?
I was at City Hall last night.
And the officer, the cop talked to you, huh?
They always talk to me.
They got about 2 on at night. So which one did you talk to?
Well, there was a bunch in there last night, brother. The mayor was in the house last
night. I know you talked to a bunch of them. What did it say? Go ahead and tell us, don't you got to say that. What did they tell you?
Well, a couple of weeks ago when I talked to some different cops, I was somewhat befuddled because I thought the complaint was going to be like some of you guys think the complaint.
I know you made up that stuff about the mayor and all that stuff. It's a made up story.
Okay,
So,
never mind.
you know, it's amazing. You just meet cops everywhere, and I can
I'm done. I'm done. If you don't want to hear what they say, then don't call me and ask me what they said. Okay. I feel you, but okay. But I'm going to tell the general public when I talked to a police officer a couple of weeks ago, I thought what they were going to say. I said, well, why do you believe that you can't get, and the same conversation last night with some other police officers. I said, why do you believe that you cannot fully stock your police department? Why is it, and I was surprised, but not one person said it was the mayor. Not one person said that. They said it is the culture. It is the culture of our young folks today who want to be rappers and football players and all that stuff, and not necessarily become a police officer. There are politics involved in policing over the last 20 years or so. We tried to meld politics and policing together, and I'm just telling you, they don't work. Either one end gets screwed or the other end gets screwed. Okay, but they didn't say. Nobody said it was the mayor. Okay, I guess when you're a police officer, your job is to enforce the law. Doesn't make any difference who the mayor is. Now, the mayor makes SOP and things of that nature through the police chief, who answers directly to the mayor. But ironically, it had nobody brought the mayor up. See, I thought maybe, and I told him one time, I said, maybe they say it's you the problem. He said, well, no, sorry, maybe it's right. Maybe it's just the culture today. Maybe they feel unappreciated. I think that's a good. I think they feel unappreciated. They do put their butt on the line, all the time. Now I don't really have a bunch of sympathy for that. I mean, it goes with the job, just like being a soldier. It goes with the job. You do what you got to do. But they do. They do put their butt on the line, like so. And we honor soldiers often. We honor their sacrifice. And so, maybe we got to show our policemen a little bit more respect or something. I don't know. But he said it's the culture. He said it's not the mayor. It's the culture by which we live in today that we can't seem to. Nobody wants to be a police officer. When I was coming up, there were two things people wanted to be: a police officer or a fireman. Everybody wanted. I mean, I wanted the fireman thing. Because I thought taking that big old hose and spraying water on everybody, I thought that's a neat job. Okay. Then all of a sudden I got a job at McDonald's. I said, oh, hell with this. So I got a job at Mickey D's cooking burgers and fries and Big Macs and quarter pounders. And I want somebody to know something. Listen, I made a lot of fish at McDonald's when I was in high school, right? I know that they made the fish sandwich. They made the fish thing smaller. The bun same size, but the fish thing is smaller. Now, why are they going to charge me more money and give me less? I'd rather give me more and charge me more, but they charge us less. Come on, McDonald's, do a better job than that. Okay, many fries as I didn't fry, and many fish I dropped. Anyway, moving right along to other things. There are more things going on in that. So anyway. I disagree with my good friend, the first sergeant. I think the older people last night made a better case. I think they made a better case from a rational standpoint, not one of emotionalism or entertainment value, economic value. They said, what happens if something goes wrong? Who's got to pay for this money? You're right, it's us, and we're gonna pay through higher bills, higher gas tax, higher everything if it goes wrong. Now, I would sign on for half of that. I would sign on for half of that, not 375, but I would sign on for about 90 million. 90 million, we got to do what we got to do. 90 million. We need to come up with we need some private public partnerships and let other people invest in this thing also, So, but I would sign on for 90 million. I can't sign on for 375. That's almost $400 million. Can't sign on for that. We have to have something for a rainy day. And you know what? Whether you believe it or not, it is going to rain periodically. We got to be ready for the rain when it comes, as a matter of fact. Okay. Moving on to other things. Just to tell you what he wants. Now, one of my problems was that I couldn't tell exactly what we were spending it on. We had categories by which we were spending things on, but what I didn't see is specifics about what we want to spend the money on. We had categories: sports complex, that's specific, / amphitheater. Are we going to get a sports complex, or are we going to do an amphitheater? I can't tell. Housing infrastructure, where $50 million? Where are we talking about? Is it a place that doesn't have any houses now? Are we going to put stuff in? Are we going to go into other neighborhoods that are already there and help build more housing? I don't know. But convention center expansion. So evidently, when he used the word evidently, the building up there, the paper that Montgomery Advertiser evidently is in play. So I guess we want to fix that up. I guess I don't know. I don't really know what $50 million facility service enhancements. Why don't we move the police department to another building that's already available? To the old Kmart out there. You know, old Kmart out. Is anything in the old Kmart out there? Put them out there. Let's use some of the vacant buildings that we have. And you can, and it'll be less money to modify these buildings than it is to build new buildings. Okay, I'm just saying. Let's there's nothing wrong with moving the police department. That's why everybody's got a car. Okay, nothing wrong with moving it. Yeah, but Willie, you're right. I wouldn't go see New Edition, but I would go see Bruno Mars. Yeah, but not if that generation of rap people out there, I can't go. Yeah. Okay. I just can't do it. Yeah. We're paying enough in tariffs and yeah. Inflation report. Paying enough. Yeah. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Economics, young man. Economics. Okay. And greed. I think greed's got a lot to do with it sometimes. Let me see. What does the Greg says? Put the Salvation Army in the rap center during the day, since the city screwed that up too. We did. We didn't, and again, our city council is not helping that issue either. Nobody wants, sometimes you got to make a decision. Nobody wants I don't even know if they're still here. Nobody wants the Salvation Army thing in their district. Well, sometimes you got to make a decision and say, yeah, that's where they're going. You got to do it rather than, well, the neighborhood don't want this, and neighborhood don't that. Well, let me tell you something. One tornado, one bad storm, and you know what? You'll see how important they are. No, nobody Salvation Army in their community. Really? You don't watch out. You be in the Salvation Army. Let this storm that's coming down the road mess you up. And I don't believe that. And the city council people down there don't seem to be helping a lot. Yes, dude.
Now, Calvin,
Yeah.
I heard one of your callers say that we need, how did he say it? We gotta wait till these kids get their attitude and personality right before we
Yeah, we do.
Bring something to town.
Yeah, we do.
That sound like damn it, the mama in the grocery store telling the kids she's getting some cereal if he behaves.
Okay.
I get what you want if you behave. So other words, we're gonna let the kids win. We're gonna dictate on how the city grows on how the kids act.
No, let all the
We're
kids.
gonna let the kids run the damn city. In other words,
Wait a minute. Let all the kids put their money together and come up with enough money to buy a rap center.
I ain't talking about no rap center. I ain't damn a rap center.
You
But
talking about-
we need to cancel the rap center or the rap center now.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the convention center where grown folks can come out and anybody can come out and have a good time.
But you can do that now.
Ban the rap thing. No, it ain't big enough for the people I like to see.
Who you like to see?
They're gonna come here.
I know who you like. Who would you like?
I like to see guys. I like to see people who can dance. For one, Ursula and Chris Brown. I love to see them two cats right there.
Okay. Almost 50 years old, acting like they're 18.
No, hey, there's a guy. Have you seen on TikTok where these old school poppers and lockers and can see us out dance these young cats? Hell, I can out dance a lot of these young cats. What are you talking about? Dancing here's dancing. Age ain't got nothing to do with dancing, Calvin. Are you in shape?
Yeah, I'm in shape.
Can you dance?
Yeah, of course I can dance. I'm a black man, ain't it? Of course I can dance.
Oh, sure. I mean, there's a lot of folks black can't dance head to lick.
Yeah, I can dance.
You can do a damn two-step. You can do a two-step, can't you?
I can even still do the robot.
You can do the two-step, can't you?
I can do the robot, too. I don't know what the hell a two-step.
Sure. You can pop in all that stuff like my boy Michael.
Yeah.
In the dancing group here in Montgomery.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe not all of that, but some of it. Yeah.
But the average, I say the average guy from the age 65 to 45 to 65 can whoop into the young cats dancing. All these guys can do is, especially the women out there grinding and humping and popping it.
Yeah.
But no, that ain't no dancing right there. My grandmama just called it in motion. You're in motion, you can't dance.
Okay. Well, I'm an emotion kind of guy. Hey, I got to take care of a couple of other things, but of course, always good to talk to you. Let me see what else I got going on here. And there are some other things. So the council tabled it. They didn't get rid of it. They just tabled the $375 million thing. And again, though, if we already own the building downtown, why we need $375 million? Anyway, don't play hate Duke because you're tall and too old to move. Well, I don't know about that, but and so be it. There's a trial going on in Montgomery, and a couple of years ago, and I heard about this. I could not believe this. Okay, they shot a street preacher in front of his wife and his kid. It just amazed me. They just amazed me. This guy's name is what is the guy's name? The guy's name is I have a little faith. Anyway, the guy was going through there just talking about the Bible and stuff like that. He ended up being killed. And it's been 4.5 years since he was killed. And to think they're just now bringing the guy to trial. And guess what? They canceled that. Why? I wish some lawyer would tell me. I thought the Constitution said you have a right to a speedy trial. 4 years is not speedy. Okay. I don't. And this whole thing with Big John, when's that trial going to start? I mean, what is the holdup? Okay, what is the holdup? But here's one right here that gets me. I'll show you this in a second. Yes.
Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is the part I don't get. Remember when we were raising hell about they pick an all-white jury to handle black folks' cases, and we didn't. Well, you said we didn't need to be complaining because the judicial system will solve the problem.
Well, I mean, we don't have a perfect judicial system.
I already know that.
Yeah,
that's a fact. But my point is, if they caused the trial to be put off because their lawyers decided, because they picked, I guess, an all-black jury to sit on this guy's case, they didn't want it to make it about race. If you believe in the judicial system that you tell us to believe in, you would have went ahead with the case because you don't wait 4 years and you gonna look at a jury and say they black and they ain't gonna be fair.
Well, I mean, but isn't that the same thing we would have said?
That's listen, but we did. So what was the problem? It's their fault that the case didn't go forward because now you have put the court system in a wait and see situation to seat another jury. And if a court works off of getting your case in quick and fast, you will have to go to the bottom of the stack and start again because there's somebody else behind you that wants to hear their case. See, that's the problem with that case on yesterday. You should have went through with the case and worry about it on appeal. That is a fair case now.
And then right, and it said Massa said that the judge postponed the trial of Jeremiah Walker.
Because the lawyer,
right? because
Watch
the
whole
jury's
story now.
racial makeup,
Thank
which
you.
ended up being all black.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Isn't he black? Ain't the guy that did the shoot black?
That's right. All black folks don't not say not guilty because he's black. Just like they all white say they are not gonna say not guilty because he's black.
No, I think that's kind of crazy right there. I'm a black man.
That's what I want you to make sure you tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Why it was delayed since they don't wait 4 years and you don't travel. What they say, how many hours they travel from Louisiana to here?
Yeah. That don't make no sense though. That don't.
That's right. So you tell us the system is fair and honest. Let's see if it's fair and honest.
Well, we're gonna see, but okay. I appreciate it, yeah, because I didn't tell you. Right. They so if you black, you supposed to have a black jury? Okay. All right then. How much did gas cost under Biden? I don't know what it costs. Move right on to but now here's a story. Here's a story right here that I'm going to show you guys these individuals here because they did some. Let's see. Let's go here. I'll show y'all this story right here because this is interesting. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, let me see if I can get this right quick. Hello.
Hey, Mayor, you're bringing up the Carmichael Center, and Carmichael, isn't he still in prison?
He is, and I think they screwed him, glued him, and tattooed him. I nobody needs to get 40 years for some stupid marijuana. That's crazy.
Well, that was Judge Myron Thompson that sentenced him.
I mean, that's crazy. It's an herb that God makes.
He needs Mr. Carmichael needed the judge and the folks over in Atlanta that, little thug that had the longest criminal case in Georgia history involving the rap war over there, and little thug Leon Williams. He got 40 years, but the judge dismissed it and said they was going to give him time served in the county jail.
I don't know about that, but
so he needs to get those folks over there in Atlanta. The Atlanta system over there is kind of different.
But let me ask you, marijuana is an herb, right? It's an herb grown by God,
right?
Okay, so how in the hell does man have a right to tell me I can't do with my herb what I want to do with it? Sell it, pack it, dry it? What? I mean, it's a herb, just like asparagus. Well, asparagus, that's a vegetable, but like cinnamon and what if I learn how to smoke cinnamon? Are we gonna make that illegal too?
Well, that was what the moonshiners' defense was back in the day,
and I think they got a good point.
That's what their defense was back in the day. They said that they raised the corn and made corn whiskey and they ought to be able to sell it. And the federal government said, no, it's got to be taxed and we got to be in control of it.
Well, I ain't mad about them taxing it. I mean, if you're selling it to people, I mean, you collecting money. Tax. Now, if they say you sold all that money and you didn't pay one tax on them, I can't argue with that because you are involved in commerce. But it does seem like
Hey, you're familiar with the Shakespeare Festival, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. I go out there every once in a while and look at the grass.
It's owned by private industry. The city of Montgomery doesn't own it, and people come in here from all over. People come in here from all over the country.
But we do put somebody on the board, I believe.
Yeah, but it's owned privately, and
right.
I keep saying if this is such a great idea, then the private sector. And how much money do you think those tickets are going to cost to whatever this thing is going to be, the Joe Reed Center, whatever it's going to be? How much money do you think those tickets are going to cost? Because if it costs $35 million, the concessions and all of the people associated with it, and then the ticket prices, how many poor folks do you think are going to get to go to that?
And somebody mentioned that the other day. The ticket prices are going to have to be a little. Now ticket prices are not necessarily to. Let me put it this way: if you want a certain group of people, then you have a certain price for your tickets. Let's just face it. You don't want the average Joe coming in there. You just don't, because then you're gonna have all kind of problems. people act a certain way depending on the economic level they ascribe to. And I don't want to go to. First of all, I don't want to go. I mean, unless they brought Barry Manilow in or Luther Vandross, and Luther's dead.
Well,
Or Bruno Mars.
if you jack those prices up, then not everybody's going to be able to go.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
the
don't know
people that are supposed to be.
But I don't. Hey, Simple Ladies, I don't know if anybody said that they wanted everybody to go.
Well, I thought we were building something for not just a select group. But anyway, have a good day, man.
Okay. It's always a select group. Okay. I'm just saying here. Now let me show you this guy right here before I can't get back on him. Vandross has been dead for 20. Yeah, I know. But his music is still good. It is just, the man was a magnificent singer. Magnificent. He's the only guy I know that can sing better than I do. Okay, that's the only person I give credit to can sing better than me. Okay. Other than that, I'm a pretty good singer back in the day. I sung in the Army's Tops in Blue. You didn't know that, did you? Mm-hmm. Well, let me show you this case right here. Now, see these fellas right here? Sylvester Slay, Nico Phillips, Cedric Usher, and DeAndre Knox are all charged with murder following the beating death of an inmate, and that's in Elmore County. 4 inmates at Elmore Correctional Facility have been charged with murder in connection with the death of another inmate, according to Alabama court docket. Nico Phillips, Cedric Usher, Sylvester Slay, and DeAndre Knox are each accused of beating Kason Helms to death. Can you not even go to jail around here and try to come out alive? Can you not do that? Can we not do that? Do we not have enough correctional officers? Inmates, the other inmates have been transferred to a correctional facility in Montgomery. I mean, really, is that where we are in America right now? I mean, look at it. I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me. So you're already in jail, and now your life is put in danger in jail. That it's that culture. I'm just telling you. Let me get this off the screen. Somebody says that people in Montgomery travel to Atlanta and pay $200 plus lodging. Yeah, I'm with you. It's not the money, because people who want to go will go. It's not the money. It's the culture. Okay, it's the culture, and you cannot bring some of those people in here without getting everything that comes with it. I just the rap whole thing is just not good. It's not good. It's just not. Okay, it's just not. But hey, listen. Like, I keep forgetting that I'm old, because I don't feel old. I keep forgetting that I'm older, and my life experiences has taught me many things. Okay, so I'm just saying I don't. I don't. I mean, hey, if they want to bring rap to Montgomery, right on, just let me know the day it's coming. I'm going out of town. Okay, minute you bring the 2 Live crew in here and people like that, I'm just going to spend the night someplace else. Okay, and read about what happened in Montgomery the next day in the newspaper, because something is going to happen. I don't know what, but something is going to happen. Okay, maybe happen to me. I don't know. Anyway, good morning to you. But anyway, so four of them charged with murder. Right here, right up the street, right up the road in jail. Who in the hell do you hate that much, and all y'all in jail? I mean, what could that young man possibly have done? Was it one of them rap beefs? Really? Anyway, so much for that. Now, here's a story right here that you guys gonna find interesting. Let me show you that one. You're gonna find this interesting. Now, the woman's in jail, but I don't know why she is in jail for what she did. I for the life of me, I cannot figure out why this poor woman is in jail for shooting her brother. Okay. I do not know why. Let me see here. Go there. Yeah, okay. There we go right there. Okay. So this woman can't take a call right now. Call me back. This woman right here, charged with murder for killing a man she found sneaking into her daughter's bedroom, say the police. This is out of Memphis, Tennessee. A woman is accused of shooting. She's been accused of shooting and killing a man she found in her bedroom. Okay, in the bedroom. Now, the way I'm seeing this, she should have shot him. Okay, should have shot. The shooting happened last Thursday, in the Walker Home neighborhood in Memphis, Tennessee. The Memphis police responded to the shooting at 1:45 a.m. in the morning. When the police arrived, they found a man lying on the floor, in the front yard with a gunshot to the back of the head. A woman later identified as Kendra Scott, 36, was arrested at the scene. Okay. I got to finish this story right here first, because then I'll get to your phone calls in a minute. According to an affidavit, Scott told police she found the man under her child's bed and said, "I did what I had to do." So, is there any one of us that would not have taken care of that problem? Okay, yeah, just hold on. Is there anybody? Why is she in jail for it? She goes in her child's bedroom. There's a man in her child's room. Now, it did come to light that she let him in. Okay, she let the man in. And first of all, I smacked the hell out of her. But why would a man end up in your child's bed in the house that you don't even know where you're going? Now, why is that? Why would somebody do that? I don't blame her for shooting him. Okay, what the hell are you doing in my daughter's bedroom under the bed? What are you doing there? Okay. Now, I probably would have called. I probably wouldn't have shot him. I probably would have called the police. But that's kind of, that is kind of messed up. What do you want, Don?
The Dixie chick story makes no sense. What'd she say? The lawyer? Who's she talking about when she says the lawyer? His lawyer?
I guess it was his lawyer.
So his lawyer says he wants this trial because they're all black.
He want more diversity in the jurors.
Well, let me tell you one thing. You can't dismiss somebody because of race. So I don't know why the judge would have done that.
Well, that's what happened.
It's like most of the stuff Dixie Chick says. It don't make no sense. It's usually full of crap. Why wouldn't the district attorney say, "I don't want to do it. It's all black"?
Yeah.
And he had the right. Vardir to dismiss people while he's going.
Mm.
So, Dixie Chick, why don't you get your story straight before you call in? Because it don't make no sense what you're saying.
Looking at now. Oh, one more thing about the lady who shot the guy. She said police later learned that the child invited the man into the house. The girl told officers that Scott warned her that if she ever brought a boy into that house, she was going to put a hole in his butt. After further investigation, Scott was charged with first-degree murder and with employing a firearm during a commission of a dangerous felony. Okay, that's how she shot him. What would you do? And one more story before I go, because I found this interesting. There's a young lady that went to jail because her daughter died. A baby died because she left the baby at home for 8 hours because she had to go to work. Terrible story. But what do you do when you don't have any money? You got to work. What do? You got nobody to take care of you. I mean, leaving your child at home for 8 hours, that's a baby. I get that part. That's that's tough. But what do you do when you have no money to pay a babysitter? You're working at Mickey D's, or your rent's not, because they keep taking the rent up on you. The rent's $900, $1,200, $1,300 now. What do you do? I don't know. Did she deserve to go to jail for murder? I can understand maybe negligence, maybe. But what do you do? What would you do? You got to go to work. There's nobody to keep your child. And even if you do get somebody to keep the child, chances are they weirdos anyway. So what do you do? What do you do? Would you leave your child all alone? You know what? I don't know. I never had to face that, but there are people who, if you don't work, people call you lazy and you don't want to do nothing. You don't want to become nothing. If you do work, but you can't get a babysitter, you leave your child at home so you can go work so you can feed your baby. Your baby gets died for some unforeseen reason, and now we want to put you in jail. And if you do give your child a babysitter, you find out the babysitter is doing all kinds of things to your child. It's a tough world because of this generation. It's just an unusual generation. So what do you do? What do you do? Whew. Oh, that's true. Rap is not the only, I like R&B, Luther Vandross, I like him. The Temptations, Bobby Womack, Peabo Bryson, them people like that, like them. And Stephanie Mills, people like that, love them. Yeah, well, I know that most of those people are gone now. But, and that's the only, because the other day, just to let you know, the Billboard people are not classifying rap as music anymore. I give you that story tomorrow. So it's not even it's no longer considered a genre of music, because it is. It's a bunch of noise is what it is. Okay? So when Tupac did it, I liked him. He was all right with me. But I'll tell you tomorrow. But yeah, they took away the rap genre. It is no more. At least not. It is not being considered when they considered genres of music. Rap is not included in that anymore. At least not according to Billboard last week. Anyway, I gotta go. But I gotta give you the. I have to give you the lessons of life today, because it is time. That we have them, because we need lessons of life. Okay. Let me get this one guy. Okay, now let me make sure I got you on the thing first before I ask you. Hold on a second there, because I was going through my Okay, go ahead. Thingamajigger, that's right. What's up?
Yeah. Hey, I know you're.
What's that? What K stand for? Oh yeah. That is messing up. Yeah, I really thought 401k were for people in management. I really did. I thought it was for I never even thought about it was for people like me who work on the clock part time. Never even thought about it. Never. But yeah.
I'm sad to say this, but that's 24 years of being a dumbass.
Listen, if it's the truth, it's the truth. And me and the 401k for that all that time, I just didn't realize it was for me. So that's why every time I saw it on the application, I didn't pay any attention, because I always saw 401ks in the movies, and they would give it to, I didn't know what it was then. They would give it to managers, and people they want to bring on to hire. So I thought, well, nobody hired me for a manager. I'm just a talk show host on the radio, and I'm only working 3 hours a day. So I know that ain't for me. So I just kept bypassing it. Whew. Well, that's the way. Collect the freaking garbage, fix our streets, and make them safe again. Then a rap center. Even if we do all of that, we still don't want a rap center. I don't want one. However, now if they put barbed wire up against it, I'm gonna leave that alone. Anyway, I gotta go, people. It's been that time of day. But let me give you the lessons of life today. And the lessons of life today is very simple. And I know you guys won't you probably won't get this right up front. You probably won't get this right up front, but it is something to think about. And it is. Don't worry about the mountains in your life. Okay? Don't worry about the mountains in your life. They are exercised to strengthen you for your climb. Don't worry about it. Look at every impediment as a step in the ladder. And ultimately, you'll be at the top. Word of the day is reminisce. Reminisce is to indulge in the process or practice of thinking or telling about past experiences. Okay, there you go. That is the word of the day. I mean, the lesson of life today. Don't worry about mountains of our lives. They are exercised to strengthen us for our climbs. Have a great day, everybody. I appreciate you. See, I'm always going over lately. It's 9:04. Okay, that's okay. I don't mind doing a little overtime every once in a while. It's good for you. So, bye. See you. Okay, tomorrow I want a new caller. Anybody, just new caller. I do like I did on Talk Radio. Tomorrow is new caller Thursday. My last day of the week. New caller Thursday tomorrow. Okay, I'm just telling you. So you know, get somebody to call with a different number. I know all these numbers now. So else, I'm leaving the show one day and they ain't coming back. I gotta have a new caller. Anybody call me from the jail. You can call collect. I'll take it. We'll be back tomorrow. Oh yeah, I would. I can collect all that. It wouldn't bother me. You know. Google would have to handle it. Have a great day. And remember, it's not the mountains, it's the climb that we fear sometimes.